Appointments available evenings or weekends at their Roselle office or right in your home. Call Guthrie and Brady now at 847-524-1215. That's 847-524-1215. Or visit gnblegal.com. Guthrie and Brady, personal, professional, affordable legal services for all of Chicagoland. The happy lawyers since 1965. That's gnblegal.com. Or 847-524-1215. Guthrie and Brady, trusted legal help made easy, fast, affordable, and experienced. Call today.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Rain-X. In Geneva, drivers can expect continued lane closures along East State Street this week as AT&T and Nicor Gas relocate underground utilities ahead of a major reconstruction project set to start in spring 2026. AT&T is finishing work near Simpson Street before moving to ductwork between Route 25 and Christie Avenue, which will require an overnight eastbound closure. Nicor crews are also active east of Ridge and Briar Lane, shifting eastbound traffic north and reducing Route 38 to one lane each way. Additional westbound lane restrictions are in place as work continues. Officials say all schedules remain weather dependent. A major fire at Meadowdale Apartments in Carpentersville displaced 23 families over the weekend. The blaze, which broke out early Saturday, spread from the first floor to the roof, causing an estimated $2 million in damages. One person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. The village set up a temporary shelter at the Public Works building, providing food, clothing, and essential supplies. Officials say donations have been strong, and the American Red Cross will hold an intake meeting today for families seeking long-term support. Authorities in Kane County are investigating a Batavia chiropractor accused of secretly filming patients, including minors, while nude or undressing. David Hansen, owner of Hansen Family Chiropractic, was arrested in November on multiple felony charges, including child pornography and unauthorized recording. Investigators say hidden cameras were placed in therapy rooms and more than 1,500 tips from potential victims have been received. Hansen remains in jail with his next court date set for January 8th, and officials are continuing to identify and reach out to possible victims. The TSA says starting February, air travelers without a real ID will face a $45 fee at security checkpoints. The upgraded ID has technically been required since May, but passengers had been given warnings until now. Homeland Security says 94% of travelers are already compliant and urges others to upgrade soon. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Magic beat the Bulls 125-120 last night. 20 points, 11 rebounds for Nikola Vukovic as the Bulls dropped to 3-9 on the road, 9-11 overall. 4 straight losses for the Bulls, who also got 22 points from Josh Giddey. The Blackhawks visit the Golden Knights tonight. It's the first of a 4-game road trip that sees them head to Los Angeles for games Thursday and Saturday. Then on Sunday, a matchup at Anaheim. Huge NFC North game this Sunday at Lambeau Field when the Packers host the Bears. Chicago on top of the division. They're 9-3-0. The Packers are 8-3-1. Chicago with wins in 5 straight. Green Bay's won 3 in a row. Green Bay is coming off their Thanksgiving Day victory over the Lions, 31-24. That dropped Detroit to 3rd in the division at 7-5-0. The Bears played last Friday, a 24-15 win over the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blade. Today, a chance of snow before 3 p.m. with cloudy skies and a high near 31. Windy with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. This afternoon, cloudy with temperatures falling to around 26. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 0. Currently, it is 28 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines, when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, and even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, long-lasting, and made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo in the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online. Keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
And welcome, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley and the talk of the town. I'm broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Started on time here, a couple seconds late just because I had to sneeze a couple times. That happens. You're about to go on air and you sneeze and it's like, come on now. And then my bell was all the way on the other side, so I had to go pick it up. But I've got it here. We are set and ready to go for this 11 o'clock hour and the 12 o'clock hour as well, folks. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. We're in the middle of the week. We are halfway through. Yes, yesterday was the halfway mark of the halfway mark. And now we are officially at the halfway mark now. Yes, we are getting closer into the weekend. We've got some great fun things planned here. Of course, we're looking forward to it. So many fun things are happening locally in Elgin, South Elgin, Crystal Lake, Geneva. Oh my goodness, Hampshire, Burlington, so many great things. And we want to mention them. We want to tell you what's going on. And we are going to participate in some great ones coming up here too. So stay tuned for that coming up this weekend. Yes, yes, yes. You'll be seeing some videos posted. We got some weather here to talk a little bit about for you to continue on into your morning. Got maybe your cup of coffee ready to go, maybe a nice croissant, maybe a nice sandwich, breakfast sandwich. It is still kind of breakfast and lunchtime here. It is out to lunch, so we do like to talk about food and restaurants. It is Wednesday. It's a wind down Wednesday. I'm not quite sure if the wines of the month have been posted yet onto foxvalleymagazine.com. I do always like reading those, but I am probably certain they'll be posted next week. So we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Usually Wednesdays, we also do discuss local theater programs. Usually you think of theater like a Theater Thursday. Usually I do it on Wednesdays. So, of course, today, while time allows, we will definitely go through some of the local and Fox River Valley area where WRMN reaches different cities, towns, and villages that do offer some really great programs for you to go to and to attend. And maybe if you're interested in signing up for them too, offered, especially theater programs. So we'll talk a little bit about that today into the 12 o'clock hour. We'll go through some of those websites, Paramount Theater in Aurora. If anything comes up for the Elgin Theater Company, I know they recently finished their recent project and performance. I know there's a lot of things going on at the Egyptian Theater. Moonlight Theater in St. Charles always has something almost every day. We'll see if anything comes up for the Children's Theater of Elgin and Fox Valley Theater Company. So we'll talk about that today during the 12 o'clock hour. Of course, we also have our Tradio segment. So if you are interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be coming up during 12:30 at 12:30. You can call into the studio number, or of course, also feel free to text us. We also do have a conversation story of the day today. I will be talking a little bit about that towards the tail end of the 11 o'clock hour. We'll also go through our inspirational story, interesting facts, word of the day, and the National Day calendar as well. So starting off here, let's take a dive into the weather and temperatures. Now, currently right now, we do see a temperature at about 30 degrees. However, it does not feel like 30 degrees. It feels like 19 degrees outside. And I'm saying that as a specific odd number because that's what shows up on my phone. Might show up a little differently for each device, but that's what shows up on my phone, at least for the Apple users out there like myself. We do see a high of 31 degrees for today is predicted. Chance of snow at 40%. It is snowing right now. It is a nice, light, soft snow. Just a little bit of some flurries coming down, wind speed of about 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're seeing it being just a little bit breezy outside right now, but nothing that's too drastic where, I was going to say it's blowing off the leaves off the trees, but there's no more leaves on the trees. Anyway, so with that being said, though, it's a nice little calming drizzle that we're seeing right now. It definitely is sticking, but again, lots of the sidewalks and the roads are pretty clear as well, but still, please make sure that you are safe out there. On my way to work today, I did see there was a little bit of an accident. There was a car that had rode up right near, it was right past the train tracks on McLean Boulevard. When you turn onto McLean Boulevard, I was going to say Montkoski, McLean Boulevard. On there was a little car that was kind of up on some of the snow, and so it was kind of trapped there. Some people were helping, but it looked like they were able to get their car out, so that was good. But just to let you know, it still could be pretty icy outside. Tonight's going to be a low of 3 degrees, partly cloudy. Near record low temperatures are predicted for tonight, which means it's going to feel even colder. Tomorrow on Thursday, now I know we've been having some overcast skies. You've been experiencing it. We are going to be seeing very sunny skies tomorrow and mainly clear. However, it is going to be bone-chillingly cold. It's going to be very bitter cold outside. So please make sure you're bundled up. Try to get up earlier if you're going to work. Try to start your car, truck, or vehicle. Make sure you give your vehicle enough time to heat up, because it's going to be very, very cold out tomorrow. High of only 15 degrees, you know what it's going to feel like in the negatives. And then with a low of 4 degrees, it's really going to feel like in the negatives. So, but it is going to be mainly sunny. So that is a plus. It is going to be mainly sunny outside. For Friday, we go back to more cloudier skies. A high of 29 and a low of 23 is in the forecast. For Saturday over the weekend, cloudy skies and a high of 29 degrees with a low of 21 degrees coming up. That's going to be for Saturday night. Heading on into Sunday, we see a high of 27 degrees, partly cloudy skies with a low of 16 degrees in that forecast. And then we head on into next week. Next week, Monday, the 8th of December, we do see about a 20 to 30% chance of some light snow that's going to be falling, some sun in the morning with increasing clouds during the afternoon. And then that low of 21 degrees is in that forecast coming up. That's for Monday night. Tuesday rolls around, a high of 33. It does bump up just a little bit here. However, we are seeing a freezing rain warning, and it does have that little exclamation point red icon on weather.com here. It says 27 degrees is our low, cloudy with light freezing rain expected. Now, again, with that freezing rain, that could be pretty dangerous because it is, again, freezing rain. It'll turn to ice. So, again, please make sure you're prepared for that. Chance of precipitation at 50%. And then that does follow in with a wintry mix. So please make sure you're safe, of course, when you're driving out there. It does look like early to middle of next week, we are going to be seeing some potential hazard weather. It's not going to be a huge amount of like a blizzard, but it is going to be that freezing rain, which can be very dangerous, meaning it could get very icy outside, even if you don't see it. So again, we see a high of 38, rain and freezing rain in the morning, become a mixture of rain and snow showers in the afternoon. So again, that's going to be pretty slick outside with a low of 19 degrees. That's coming up next Wednesday, a week from today. Let's go through our inspirational story of the day today. This is recognized and posted today on December 3rd by an anonymous user titled, quote, "Thank you to the kind strangers who stopped in the pouring rain." Thank you to the kind strangers who stopped in the pouring rain today to help me when my paper shopping bag disintegrated. One stranger offered the plastic bag her bubble tea came in and then apologized she didn't have a second one to give me. Tourists who seemed just as devastated asked me if the jar of mayo smashed, and a generous young woman with a Disney princess sparkle in her eye, she had a hard day herself running late to a new job. Similarly caught out by the metro track work, shared her umbrella with me all the way to the bus stop. She spoke to me so kindly, it mopped up all my pathetic embarrassment. I may have lost a jar of mayo, but found renewed faith in humanity. So that's a nice little inspirational story there. So if you want to check out more information, you can. I think some of these stories, I could be wrong. I don't know. And I'm not shaming anyone who posted these stories. These stories are all great. I think sometimes they're maybe translated because the language is a little different on how things are ordered, but that's totally okay. Of course, the point is still across and the story still holds strong. So if you want to check out more information, sunnyskies.com, you can check out those feel-good stories that are out there. The time is already 11:16. Ooh, the time is flowing by fast. When we come back, we'll go through our amazing facts, interesting facts that maybe you knew about, maybe you didn't. We'll talk about our word of the day today. We'll also see if maybe there is a big question for the day. If we have some time, we'll talk about that. We've got the National Day calendar. And then, of course, our conversation story of the day, which talks a little bit about the wild wolf. Thousands of genomes reveal the wild wolf genes in most dogs' DNA. We'll talk a little bit about that here and more on Out to Lunch, WRMN. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
This year, America's First Responders Fest 2025 was a huge success, and we couldn't have done it without the Village of Burlington and Village President Mary Kay Welsen. Your support helped bring the Fox River Valley together in the Village of Hampshire to celebrate the heroes who keep us safe every day. Thank you, Village of Burlington, for standing behind America's First Responders Fest 2025 and for standing with those who serve.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN's 11 o'clock hour. We are streaming live also on youtube.com/WRMN radio. If you want to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. You can always keep yourself up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley area and what's going on here on WRMN, AM 1410, of course. We encourage you check out our website also, WRMN1410.com. Check out our lineup. We've got some great show lineups here. Interesting facts about some interesting things that you can tune in on these interesting shows, of course. And got some good things in the works also coming up as well. Wanted to go through, of course, we went through the weather. We went through our inspirational story. We've got some interesting facts. And yes, I do have a big question of the day, which we will discuss a little bit on. It's just a very short little one here, and it ties pretty well with the holiday season and something to do with food, in particular, chocolate. So here's an interesting fact. Maybe you knew about it, maybe you didn't. Wax modeling pioneer, her name was Madame Tussaud, was nearly executed by the guillotine during the French Revolution. I wonder why this was. Was she making a wax figure, happened to maybe do it while under the guillotine and then it happened? Or was it something she did? I don't know. You'd have to maybe do some research on that. We all know, of course, the term Captain Morgans. Maybe we do like a nice Captain Morgan. Well, there was a real Captain Morgan at one point. He was a Welsh pirate who later became a lieutenant governor of Jamaica. That's interesting. Some other things here as well, too. Talk about prophetic. Buzz Aldrin's mother's maiden name was Moon. Yes, Moon. Isn't that interesting? This one I know I have mentioned before, but maybe you didn't know this for new listeners out there. Lego. Now, Lego, you know the big company, Lego. They actually have an underground vault. It's a secret underground vault. Well, it's not really a secret. We all know it exists now that I just told you. But it is an underground vault that does include every set that has ever been made. Every set that's ever been made. That is by Lego, that is. And then some other ones here. This is, well, a lot of these I've read through when there's some that I'm like, oh, I've seen these so many times, and other ones that are not. Let's see. Okay, cicadas. Remember the cicada plague? I didn't really see any. There wasn't a whole lot around here. I think it was last year where there was 2 different types that were coming up. I didn't really see any around here. But anyway, cicadas have been known to confuse the roar of power tools. So when you're outside working on power tools, they sometimes confuse it for mating calls and sometimes swarm people using lawnmowers. Interesting. So there's some interesting facts that you can find there. And you can find this and more posted onto mentalfloss.com. Now, what's our interesting question of the day today? Well, as we know, chocolate is chocolate, isn't it? Well, if so, then why do advent calendar chocolates taste different? Have you noticed that before? You've noticed that. I know you have. You have an advent calendar. It enjoys those little chocolates. You either love them or you don't like them at all. I don't know. I take that back. Everyone's a little different. When I was a very little kid, I couldn't wait to eat the advent calendar chocolate. Now that I'm older, I've got out to lunch here, talk about the fine foods. I'm like, I don't know. Do I really like them? They're okay. They're okay. They almost have a chemically taste to it sometimes. So why do advent calendar chocolates taste different? Why do they taste so weird, according to this person? This was written by Mental Floss UK. It was actually last month that they wrote this. So again, with that being said, if there's one thing that we can make a dark, cold, miserable December morning more bearable, it's chocolate. Specifically, a tiny square of chocolate that you've had to spend 5 minutes prying out of the grip of the plastic mold inside your advent calendar. Somehow there's something different about the advent calendar chocolate as we know it. Technically, you could just break off a chunk of Hershey bar every day, but the ritual of finding the right door, carefully opening it, and savoring your prize makes advent calendar chocolate special. Advent calendar chocolates sometimes get a bad rap, right? Like I said, it's got that weird taste to it, right? A strange little odd taste. But it is actually different from normal chocolate. Is it, that is? Well, that depends on the calendar. So you got to choose your chocolate-filled advent calendar wisely. Advent calendar chocolate is usually pretty thin and generally comes as a square with rounded corners and an embossed shape on its surface. That means it'll melt quickly when you put it on your tongue, and the relatively large surface area means your taste buds are getting a pretty intense chocolate hit. And while you might typically take another bite or reach for another sweet quite quickly, with advent calendar chocolate, you only get one piece per day. So most people will take their time to savor it a little bit longer. I know, growing up, I did. So, of course, basically it tastes different because you're paying more attention to it. At least that's what they're saying here. But if you buy a branded calendar from a chocolate manufacturer like Cadbury or Lindt, then you can expect the chocolate to taste pretty similar to Candy Maker's regular fare. A little bit higher quality there too, even if the size and shape of the treat might be a little different. Now, if you go for the cheaper, more generic calendar you snagged from your local grocery store, though, you might get a little bit of chocolate you don't often very much eat. Now, you can blame the compound chocolate. Cheap chocolate often isn't, quote, real chocolate at all, actually. It's something called compound chocolate, which means that instead of being made with cocoa butter, it's made with cheaper fats. In all likelihood, it's made with palm kernel oil or possibly coconut oil. That gives it a different flavor than the true chocolate, and it can also give you a slightly different texture, making it seem slightly waxy or a bit oily. Yes, very good description there if I do say so myself. Compound chocolate is actually easier to work with and to mold into shapes, and that, along with the lower price point, means it's ideal for those advent calendars. Easier to make them, more you can produce. Bada bing, bada boom. So yes, you might find that the chocolate in your advent calendar tastes nothing like the chocolate you plan on serving at your holiday party, or maybe you get for Valentine's Day. Whether you prefer it or not comes down to your own personal taste, plus a healthy dose of nostalgia too. It definitely gives me some nostalgia. If you have fond memories of tucking into advent calendar chocolate in the lead up to your idyllic childhood Christmas pastime, it probably tastes like pure joy, even if it isn't, quote, real chocolate. And yes, I do say so also that it does bring back some great memories, waking up in the morning. And sometimes I, even myself, would say, you know what, I'm going to skip today. I'm going to skip December 4th, and I'll eat December 4th on December 5th with December 5th. There was even a point in time I distinctly remember, I can't remember the age, but I do distinctly remember I missed like 5 days. And I was like, oh, I get all this chocolate. And then it didn't taste as great because I was eating so much. And also because I was not feeling that great after eating that many little pieces of chocolate. For the little self that I was a little tiny kid, yes. Believe it or not. I was a tiny, thin kid, yes, I was. So I couldn't have too many sweets because then I'd bounce off the walls and then crash a little bit, as a lot of kids sometimes do. So with that being said, maybe you've got your own advent calendar. Maybe it's a quote, maybe it's a Christmas quote, maybe it's a Bible verse, maybe it's a picture, or maybe it's chocolates. There's many different advent calendars out there. There's also a lot of different websites that you can go to where you can make your own advent calendars. Different local businesses, shopping small and local, that do offer advent calendars that you can find. When we come back, of course, we'll go into the word of the day. We'll also talk a little bit about the National Day calendar and also our conversation story of the day. Dogs provide protection as we know it, and wolves can be pretty fierce. And it's so now revealed, or maybe you already knew this, that thousands of genomes reveal the wild wolf genes happen to be in most dogs' DNA. So stay tuned for that conversation story, and we'll talk about more coming up in just a bit.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Rain-X. In Geneva, drivers can expect continued lane closures along East State Street this week as AT&T and Nicor Gas relocate underground utilities ahead of a major reconstruction project set to start in spring 2026. AT&T is finishing work near Simpson Street before moving to ductwork between Route 25 and Chrissy Avenue, which will require an overnight eastbound closure. Nicor crews are also active east of Ridge and Briar Lane, shifting eastbound traffic north and reducing Route 38 to one lane each way. Additional westbound lane restrictions are in place as work continues. Officials say all schedules remain weather dependent. A major fire at Meadowdale Apartments in Carpentersville displaced 23 families over the weekend. The blaze, which broke out early Saturday, spread from the first floor to the roof, causing an estimated $2 million in damages. One person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. The village set up a temporary shelter at the Public Works building, providing food, clothing, and essential supplies. Officials say donations have been strong, and the American Red Cross will hold an intake meeting today for families seeking long-term support. Authorities in Kane County are investigating a Batavia chiropractor accused of secretly filming patients, including minors, while nude or undressing. David Hansen, owner of Hansen Family Chiropractic, was arrested in November on multiple felony charges, including child pornography and unauthorized recording. Investigators say hidden cameras were placed in therapy rooms and more than 1,500 tips from potential victims have been received. Hansen remains in jail with his next court date set for January 8th, and officials are continuing to identify and reach out to possible victims. The TSA says starting February, air travelers without a real ID will face a $45 fee at security checkpoints. The upgraded ID has technically been required since May, but passengers had been given warnings until now. Homeland Security says 94% of travelers are already compliant and urges others to upgrade soon. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin, one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-3600 5660 or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, snow likely before noon, then a chance of freezing drizzle. Cloudy with a high near 31, temperatures dropping to around 26 in the afternoon. Windy with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 0. It feels like 14. Currently, it is 27 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. That's AM 1410. That's the dial. Tune in if you'd like to. Of course, if you're listening right now, it means that you are, whether it's through that dial, our app, or also on YouTube, youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. Also, sharing is caring. If you want to share our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, Instagram, and also our website, you can also do that too. Send it an email link through a text and say, hey, have you checked out WRMN yet? If you haven't, you gotta. Fantastic. So feel free to do that here, WRMN AM 1410. What else do we have going on here today? Well, we've got the word of the day. I still have yet to go through this. It is a noun that is recognized today, and it's alchemy. Alchemy is spelled A-L-C-H-E-M-Y. That is the word recognized today on December 3rd. Alchemy refers to a power or process that changes or transforms something in a mysterious or impressive way. Now, alchemy is used in a lot of different practices back in the ancient days. Sometimes alchemy can still kind of be used in today's side of things. And I actually did read a book in 8th grade called The Alchemist. It was a series. It was a pretty good series. I read through, I think, 2 out of, I don't know how many books there were. The Alchemist. Yes, this is by, is that right? Oh, no, I think it was spelled different. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this was by Michael Scott. There we go. There's an Alchemist book by a different author, and then there's The Alchemist, spelled M-Y-S-T, The Alchemist. I think there were, there's a total of 6 books. I read through The Alchemist, and then there's The Magician, and then that's all I read. And then there's The Sorceress, Necromancer, Warlock, and Enchantress. But The Alchemist I read that one. That was a good one. I remember reading that. So yes, alchemy, that is the word of the day. Here's an example. They practice their alchemy in the kitchen, turning a pile of vegetables and legumes into an extravagant meal. The shopkeepers hope for some sort of economic alchemy that would improve business. Yes. So alchemy, that is the word of the day today. And you can even look up just what alchemy is and kind of a visual aspect side of things as well. There's a lot of interesting history behind it. There's even some mystery. Alchemy did pave the way for chemistry as well. And so there's a lot of rich history with that as well. There's old alchemy and new alchemy too. So there's a whole press release on that you can find on the Yale University website. It talks a little bit about some of the symbols that are out there, the different elements, fire, water, air, and earth. I mean, there's a ton of different ones. when it comes to alchemy symbols. There's, of course, all the planets. There's, of course, a lot of the different signs out there too, Pisces and a lot that's out there, magnets. There's even like glass, gold, gravel, copper, crystal, ashes, arsenic. I mean, just a lot of different things. Platinum, magnet, mercury. I mean, just a whole list of different things, those symbols out there. So, but that's also kind of used in that practice side of things too. So that is the word of the day today. What do we have for our National Day calendar? We've got some good ones that are recognized today. We did talk a little bit about this very briefly yesterday towards the end of Out to Lunch. The Aurora Police Department did post out there on their Facebook page just a reminder on how to keep your packages safe. How to keep your packages safe from those porch pirates. And it is National Package Protection Day recognized today on this lovely day. This is National Package Protection Day, encouraging homeowners to stay alert during these high delivery times. Very important. The internet really has made it easier to find deals and have packages shipped right to your door, but it has also made it easier for thieves to snatch out deliveries right from our doorsteps. And sometimes, a lot of times, we don't even notice it either. So this is a day recognized today. Now, if you do go on to the Aurora Police Department's Facebook page, they do have a posting on there telling you a little bit about some steps that you can do to help to not have your packages stolen. And of course, on that too. So if you want to check that out, you can find it on there. And you got to make sure that you want to have security when it comes to those packages. So I know that there's a particular article. Let me see if I can specifically find it on here. I might have to go in and look again, but this is, find it. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find it here. I can't find the particular article at the moment, but I know that there's a lot of them that are out there that do talk a little bit about warnings for packages for buyers out there too. With the Advent and Black Friday and Cyber Monday already past us here, there's a big need for a day that raises awareness of package theft, and today is one of those days. Spread the word throughout your neighborhood about protecting packages and deliveries. And again, like I said, a lot of the different government pages, cities, towns, and villages will help you with that too, to kind of tell you what to do and what not to do, how to stay safe during the holiday seasons and protect those packages. So it is National Package Protection Day today. Another day recognized, it is Candle Day. Candle Day is recognized in the United States. This is a brand day. This is recognized today, recognizing Bath & Body Works. It is Bath & Body Works Candle Day. Stock up on your favorite calming scents. Now, of course, I know Bath & Body Works is a larger business that's out there. I'm sure you could probably get some good deals on National Candle Day today with that. But we also do encourage you to shop local. A lot of local businesses do offer some really great candles. I know the Vintage Hammer offers, of course, some great candles that are out there. I know that there's a couple other businesses down here in Elgin that do offer some great home goods, including some homemade candles. So we always encourage you also do shop small and local there too. There's some really great candles that are out there. And you can also do some candle making. You can find different candle making events that are coming up, especially for the holidays. So don't forget to do that too. But yes, it is National Candle Day today. Kind of recognizing, so of course, Bath & Body Works, but I would also say too, if you're a candle maker yourself, you have a business and you want to make candles, or you make candles, spread the word about it. Another day recognized today is Crate Day, recognized in New Zealand. This is on the Saturday in December, the first Saturday. Oh, no, Crate Day. It's a semi-national New Zealand holiday. Okay, but it's taking place this year on December 3rd. It's a distinctive New Zealand custom to share a crate of beer. So that's recognized today in New Zealand, which is, I guess, Saturday? I guess it's Saturday in New Zealand? I don't know. What are some other days that are recognized today as well? It is Why is it? Okay, now this is interesting. This is recognized The first Friday in December. It's not Friday. It's December 3rd. Because today it's saying Wednesday, December 3rd is Faux Fur Friday Day. Celebrated on the first Friday in December. So that would be in just a couple days, but it's posted as the 3rd of December. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll have to go in and see why some of this stuff is particular on these different days. I'll have to double check on that, but that's the National Today calendar. If I stick with the National Day calendar, there's only one more other day, which is National Roof Over Your Head Day. Being thankful for what you have, starting with the roof over your head. There are many things that we have to take for granted and do not stop to appreciate how fortunate we are for having them. So those are some of the national days. I'll have to double check on National Today because there's a couple of them that are recognized on Fridays and Saturdays. The first Friday and Saturday of the month. And it's recognized today. So I'm trying to see why that is. But nonetheless, still, we'll take our quick time out. When we come back, we will go through our conversation story of the day, written by Audrey and Logan. They are both with anthropology at the Smithsonian Institute. This is a recent article posted on theconversation.com. Thousands of genomes reveal the wild wolf genes are in most dogs' DNA, including ones today. So we'll talk a little bit about that here. Coming up after the break, you are listening to Out to Lunch, WRMN, AM 1410. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Does your car need a shine? At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they make it quick, easy, and spotless every time. And they're open 24/7 for your convenience. Right now, get a free car wash just for joining their text club. Text BRITT to 30400 and enjoy a free car wash. Visit Britain's Touchless Car Wash at 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin or at 555 Willow in West Dundee. Britain's, caring for your car while caring for our community.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. We still have a little bit of time left in this 11 o'clock hour, a little bit of time left in this morning as we kick it off to the afternoon. We hope that you're enjoying the day so far. What else do we have to talk about? Well, of course, our conversation story of the day. As you know, we love our dogs. We love our fur babies, right? And did you know that most dogs' DNA do contain that wild wolf? Yes, the very wild wolf, the Volkov, as it is in Russian, which is my birth last name. So yes, my birth last name and as Volkov in American or in English, it means wolf. So I guess I would be wolf. There you go. Dogs were the first of any species that people domesticated, and they have been a constant part of human life for millennia. Domesticated species are the plants and animals that have evolved to live alongside humans, providing nearly all of our food and numerous other benefits. Dogs provide protection, hunting assistance, companionship, transportation, and even wool for weaving baskets. Now, this is an article posted last week by Audrey T. Lynn and Logan Kistler. Audrey T. Lynn is a research associate in anthropology at the Smithsonian Institution, and Logan Kistler is a curator of archaeobotany. Archaeobotany. There we go, Matt. Archaeobotany and archaeogenomics, National Museum of Natural History and Smithsonian. So they both together wrote this article that was posted last week. So dogs evolved from those gray wolves, but scientists debate exactly where, when, and how many times dogs were domesticated. Ancient DNA evidence suggests that domestication happened twice, in eastern and western Eurasia, before the groups eventually mixed. That blended population was the ancestor of all dogs living today. Molecular clock analysis of the DNA from hundreds of modern and ancient dogs suggests that they were domesticated between around 20,000 and 22,000 years ago, when those large ice sheets covered much of Eurasia and North America. The first dog identified in the archaeological record is a 14,000-year-old pup found in Bonn Oberklassel, Germany. But it can be difficult to tell based on the bones whether an animal was an early domestic dog or a wild wolf. Now, if you want to read a little bit more on this, you can actually find it on the Smithsonian Magazine. They do have an entire article on it, and it even does show a picture of the particular bones that they did find, and it's pretty cool to see what that is. Differences and similarities in today's. Continuing on with the article here, despite the shared history of dogs and wolves, scientists have long thought these two species really mated and gave birth to hybrid offspring. As an evolutionary biologist and molecular anthropologist who studied domestic plants and animals, the two authors, Audrey and Logan, wanted to take a new look at whether dog-wolf hybridization was really that common, or had really been that uncommon, actually, more to say. Little interbreeding in the wild is the next title of this article. As we continue on, dogs are not exactly descended from modern wolves. Rather, dogs and wolves living today both derive from a shared ancient wolf population that lived alongside woolly mammoths and cave bears. In most domesticated species, there are often clear documented patterns of gene flow between the animals that live alongside humans and their wild counterparts. Where wild and domesticated animals' habitats overlap, they can breed with each other to produce hybrid offspring. In these particular cases, the genes from wild animals are folded in the genetic variation of the domesticated population. So, for example, pigs were domesticated in the Near East over 10,000 years ago, but when early farmers brought them to Europe, they hybridized so frequently with local wild boar that almost all of their Near Eastern DNA was replaced, because those different genes are copied throughout those generations, and eventually there are parts that do get lost. As more come together, eventually it could all be lost. Like it says here, almost all of their Near Eastern DNA was replaced. Similar patterns have been seen in endangered wild Anatolian and Cyprus Malflon that researchers have found have had high proportions of domestic sheep DNA in their genomes. Now, it's more common than not to find evidence of wild and domesticated animals interbreeding through time and sharing that genetic material. That's why, kind of with humans, sometimes if you have two siblings that take DNA tests and they're full siblings, which means they're at least about 50% DNA related, sometimes one sibling might get maybe 5% Italian and the other gets no Italian at all because of the different genes and the mixes and specifically what you might get and how throughout time it can kind of eventually go away, depending on the mixing. Now, that wolves and dogs wouldn't show that typical pattern is surprising since they live in overlapping ranges that can freely interbreed. Dog and wolf behavior are completely different, though, with wolves generally organized around a family pack structure, and dogs are reliant on humans, as we have noticed, if you especially are a dog owner like myself. When hybridization does occur, it tends to be when humans' activities, such as habitat encroachment and hunting, disrupt those pack dynamics. It leads female wolves to strike out on their own and to breed with male dogs. People intentionally bred a few wolf-dog hybrid types in the 20th century, but those are considered the exception. So it does go a little bit further into the ancestry side of things, but we'll kind of skip over that just a little bit because of our time. So if you want to read a little bit more on the more detailed integral parts of the genomes and mitochondrial genomes, nuclear genomes, DNA, and all of that, of course, you can find a lot of that posted onto theconversation.com on this particular article. So there is the intertwining of dogs and wolves. Because dogs evolved from wolves, all dogs' DNA is originally wolf DNA. So when we're talking about the small pieces of wolf DNA in dog genomes, we're not referring to that original wolf gene pool that's been kicking around over the past 20,000 years, but rather evidence for dogs and wolves continuing to interbreed much later in time. A wolf-dog hybrid is one of each kind of parent would carry 50% dog and 50% wolf DNA. Now, if that hybrid then lived and mated with dogs, its offspring would be 25% wolf, and so on, 12.5, 6.25, and so on and so forth, until we only see small snippets of wolf DNA present. Kind of similar to what I explained with the human side of things. The situation is similar to in human genomes. So, of course, that's also something I already explained there as well. Now, the two authors of this article their study updates the previously held belief that hybridization between dogs and wolves is rare. Interactions between these two species do have visible genetic traces. Hybridization with free-roaming dogs is considered a threat to conservation efforts for endangered wolves, including Iberian, Italian, and Himalayan wolves. However, there is evidence that dog-wolf mixing might confer genetic advantages to wolves as they adapt to environments that are increasingly shaped by humans. So though dogs evolved as humans' companions, wolves have served as their genetic lifeline. When dogs encountered evolutionary changes such as how to survive harsh climates, scavenge for food in the streets, or guard livestock, it appears they've been able to tap into that wolf ancestry as part of their evolutionary survival kit. That's where, of course, the discussion plays in, where genes turn on and off. It's the nurture and the nature. What is encoded in your DNA, what can turn on in specific situations and environments, and what can turn off in other ones. So it's kind of interesting. There's still so much mystery to DNA, and I all find it so fascinating. You can check out more on this article. It is posted on theconversation.com. If you're watching on YouTube, I do have the link shown on the screen, so you'll be able to find it. It is listed under the science and tech section. You can even just do a keyword search analysis on that. So good to check that out. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Coming up next, we have our WRMN 12 o'clock hour here on Out to Lunch. We'll be discussing lots of good things, including some more local programming that'll be coming up later in the day. I'll talk more about what's coming up tomorrow for Out to Lunch. I have a couple interviews I'm looking forward to. We'll also go through, of course, the Tradio segment at 12:30 and talk about local theater performances and possibly some movies that are playing around the area too. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
He'll have sports thoughts from the center ring of Chicagoland, and to the outer rings from across the nation.
Whether from Chicago Cubs,
White Sox,
Bulls,
Bears,
Blackhawks,
Stars,
Fire,
Boomers, whatever the national story is of the day.
Geyer and his sports czar takes will either have you nodding in agreement,
Yelling at the radio,
or in all honesty,
a bit of both.
with the way the Chicagoland sports and sports are in general, there's bound to be
Thrills,
chills, and
oh my God moments. So get your snacks and libations ready,
because this is going to be a wild ride.
Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer's quirky and insightful Fanatics take
will make you feel a little
or a lot better about your Chicagoland sports viewing experiences.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. Every weeknight from 6 p.m.
to 8 p.m.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Hot Hands. Authorities in Kane County are investigating a Batavia chiropractor accused of secretly filming patients, including minors, while nude or undressing. David Hansen, owner of Hansen Family Chiropractic, was arrested in November on multiple felony charges, including child pornography and unauthorized recording. Investigators say hidden cameras were placed in therapy rooms and more than 1,500 tips from potential victims have been received. Hansen remains in jail with his next court date set for January 8th, and officials are continuing to identify and reach out to possible victims. The TSA says starting February, air travelers without a real ID will face a $45 fee at security checkpoints. The upgraded ID has technically been required since May, but passengers had been given warnings until now. Homeland Security says 94% of travelers are already compliant and urges others to upgrade soon. In Geneva, drivers can expect continued lane closures along East State Street this week as AT&T and Nicor Gas relocate underground utilities ahead of a major reconstruction project set to start in spring 2026. AT&T is finishing work near Simpson Street before moving to ductwork between Route 25 and Chrissy Avenue, which will require an overnight eastbound closure. Nicor crews are also active east of Ridge and Briar Lane, shifting eastbound traffic north and reducing Route 38 to one lane each way. Additional westbound lane restrictions are in place as work continues. Officials say all schedules remain weather dependent. A major fire at Meadowdale Apartments in Carpentersville displaced 23 families over the weekend. The blaze, which broke out early Saturday, spread from the first floor to the roof, causing an estimated $2 million in damages. One person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. The village set up a temporary shelter at the Public Works building, providing food, clothing, and essential supplies. Officials say donations have been strong, and the American Red Cross will hold an intake meeting today for families seeking long-term support. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals. And it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks visit the Golden Knights tonight. It's the first of a 4-game road trip that sees them head to Los Angeles for games Thursday and Saturday. Then on Sunday, a matchup at Anaheim. Huge NFC North game this Sunday at Lambeau Field when the Packers host the Bears. Chicago on top of the division. They're 9-3-0. The Packers are 8-3-1. Chicago with wins in 5 straight. Green Bay's won 3 in a row. Green Bay's coming off their Thanksgiving Day victory over the Lions, 31-24. That dropped Detroit to third in the division at 7-5-0. The Bears played last Friday, a 24-15 win over the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. The Magic beat the Bulls 125-120 last night, 20 points, 11 rebounds for Nikola Vukovic as the Bulls dropped to 3-9 on the road, 9-11 overall. 4 straight losses for the Bulls, who also got 22 points from Josh Giddey. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Today, snow likely before noon, then a chance of freezing drizzle. Cloudy with a high near 31, temperatures dropping to around 26 in the afternoon. Windy with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 0. It feels like 14. Currently, it is 27 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-7...
Want to know what the shepherds did after they visited the Christ child? Read the short novel, The Good Shepherds. Christmas combat story by Michael Tooman. Available on Amazon in hardcover, paperback, and Kindle editions. Check out Michael Tooman's webpage at Silink.net. That is PSYLINK.net. Papa Sierra Yankee, Lima India November Kilo. November Echo Tango.
The road ahead can be unpredictable, but with the right partner, you're always moving forward. At Heartland Bank in Hampshire, we're with you. Every milestone. From savings to small business lending, we offer local decisions and personal service that gets you where you're going. Stop in at 819 Warner Street or call 847-683-4444. Heartland Bank, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
And welcome back, folks. It is the 12 o'clock hour here on WRMN. This is Matt McNeil taking you into the rest of Out to Lunch. Happy Out to Lunch segment, yes. It is the 12 o'clock hour here. We are seeing the snow continuing to fall, little flurries that are beautifully just flowing down a little bit. They're not moving too fast, not too hard, just right. It's a nice calming flurries. And it's a nice amount of some calming flurries here that we're seeing. Temperatures are continuing to drop as we know it, of course, and we'll go through again here what we are expecting to see for the next days ahead and even into next week too. Today is occasional snow showers like we are seeing. A high of 30 degrees is in the forecast. Current temperatures right now are at 31. 30, 31, 32, 33. It feels like 21. So it's cold. And we see it getting colder tonight with a low of 3 degrees, near record low temperatures. So it's going to feel colder than that. Most likely guaranteed. Tomorrow is going to be that beautiful sunny skies day, partly cloudy skies for tomorrow night. However, very, very cold. High of only 15 degrees, going to feel very low. And then for a low of 4 degrees, feeling like in the negatives. But we are going to see that beautiful full moon in the sky. Coming up for Friday the 5th, we see a high of 29, partly cloudy skies in the morning, giving way to cloudier skies during the afternoon. A few flurries or snow showers are possible. Dropping down to 23 is our low. Cloudy skies are in that forecast for Friday. Heading on into Saturday, mainly cloudy and a high of 30 with a low of 20 degrees. Overcast, 25% chance of some flurries. Into Sunday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, a high of 26 with a low of 14 degrees. Chance of snow only at about 10 to 15%. Heading on into Monday, some sun in the morning to start off your week with a low of 21 degrees later into Monday night, a high of 24, and the middle peak during the afternoon. Heading on into Tuesday, this is when we start to see a chance of some light freezing rain for the next couple of days in that wintry mix. So for Tuesday the 9th, we see a prediction here of a high of 33. Cloudy skies are in the forecast. We see a low of 27 degrees coming up, light freezing rain. That chance of precipitation is at 50%, wind speed 10 to 20 miles per hour. So please make sure that you're aware of that. Prepare yourself if you can. Try to get to work a little, in order to get to work on time, make sure you got your cars and your vehicles heated up, and just be aware of the roads. Even if it seems like it's not slick outside, it could be very slick. And then, of course, with the temperatures, the freezing rain could create that thick layer of ice on your windshield. So make sure you've got some de-icer ready to go. You wake up early if you have to get to work at a specific time. You give yourself enough time so that you're not late. Coming up for Wednesday the 10th, we see a high of 38, rain and freezing rain continuing pretty much throughout the majority of the morning and very early afternoon. Rain and wet snow in the afternoon, chance of precipitation at 40%, high of 38 and a low of 19 degrees in the forecast. That's for Wednesday night. Heading on into Thursday the 11th, considerable cloudiness with a high of 27. Occasional snow. I always say snow showers. Occasional snow showers. Here we go. Snow showers. That's a low of 17. 1 to 3 inches accumulating. And then the snow does stop. Now, the next time we do see a prediction of some heavier snow is predicted for Tuesday the 16th. About 1 to 2 inches predicted there for Tuesday. And then Wednesday the 17th, about an inch or so is also predicted. So check out more information on weather.com, AccuWeather, or also on your tablet, phone, or computer. Now, of course, we also do have some local programming today as well. So I'm on here until 1 o'clock. We have from 1 until 2 o'clock, What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. It is Wednesday, so I'm assuming he's probably going to be having Larry Lipston with the Affordable Wine Report on to talk about those good wines under $20 to have during the holiday season. Nothing posted yet on their website. We'll definitely double check towards the end of the show. We also do have Talk Time with Tammy and Friends from 2 until 4 o'clock. Always a fun show. Always love being a part of that with them, of course, the lovely ladies and the listeners out there too. We'll be on from 2 until 4. You know what we're going to be talking about. Doing some fun, bad dad jokes for the holiday season. Maybe make fun of some Christmas trees and ornaments, with the bad dad jokes, something like that. We'll also go through some of the different musics that are kind of this day in history. What are some birthdays recognized? And then we also do have our game segment and other segments that are out there that are featured on Talk Time with Tammy and Friends. A great way to make conversation as well. We have, of course, a political talk show with Dennis Sonar Green. That'll be from 4 until 6 o'clock tonight. And then from 6 to 8, it's Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer, 6 to 8. Don't want to miss out on that as well. You can also check us out on YouTube, youtube.com at WRMN Radio. What have we recently posted within the past 24 hours? Of course, here we want to make sure that you know what are some things that have recently been posted. So let me go in and see. I know we had Wise Coffee Chat today that has been posted onto our YouTube channel. I have to still do some editing with that one. We have yesterday's 10 o'clock news. Travel Tuesdays was posted yesterday as well, so you can find that. There's also a posting on Facebook. And then we'll get that Wise Coffee Chat uploaded as well. So that's our programming. That's what we've got for today. If you want to stay tuned for more here, check us out, WRMN AM 1410. Again, if you are interested in more information, don't forget you can always reach out to us, 847-741-7700. That's 847-741-7700. Now, what's in store for tomorrow on Out to Lunch? I've got two interviews tomorrow. So, of course, we have our morning show. We also do have our community hour from 9 until 10. We also do have from 10 to 11 the WRMN 10 o'clock news. And then from 11 to 1 tomorrow is also Out to Lunch. So I'll be on here. Starting at 11 o'clock, I've got 3 guests that are coming in from the Boys and Girls Club of North Central Illinois. We've got Brittany Bender, Director of Trauma-Informed Care. We've got Hannah Wisdom of the Wisdom Family Foundation. And then Marla Filgen, who's also with the Wisdom Family Foundation and Wisdom Wellness Academy program. And she's the leader there. And this is all put together with the Boys and Girls Club of North Central Illinois. So we'll be talking with them about different things, talking a little bit about their trauma-informed care, discussing a little bit on what the Boys and Girls Club has to offer to the community, the Wisdom Family Foundation, and more. And maybe, of course, if they're doing anything coming up this holiday season as well. So that's from 11 until 11:30. Then starting at 12 o'clock, we're going to be having Jim Witter on with us. He's a singer, so they're having a show at coming up here at the ECC Arts Center. And I know she's going to be sending over some information. It looks like she did. And Jim Witter has been entertaining crowds for over 30 years. He is a singer and a songwriter as well. So he's going to be having some great magical Christmas experiences coming up at the ECC Arts Center. There are still tickets that are going to be available as well, too. So definitely very good. He's got some great he's got some great timeless favorites that he's going to be playing coming up soon at the ECC Arts Center. So we'll have him call in for a bit during the 12 o'clock hour and talk a little bit about his performance, him as an artist, and what to expect coming up at ECC. Some great things are coming up here, folks. We want to keep you in tune on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley area. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll go through a couple City of Elgin press releases I wanted to read to you today, and then more on what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of 2 lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Magic is coming your way, of course. So many holiday festivities that are going to be happening coming up in the next couple of days and throughout the rest of this month. We want you to be a part of it, and you can tune in here on WRMN to know what is going on. I wanted to read through this press release. It was posted at 3 o'clock yesterday, so I did want to read through it, and a newer one that was also posted today by the city of Elgin. This is December 2nd, 2025. Elgin announces new survey and second public meeting for accessible streets and sidewalks plan. The city of Elgin will hold its second public meeting on the accessible streets and sidewalks plan on Thursday, December 11th, as staff continue gathering community input on priority projects intended to improve accessibility throughout the city. The drop-in meeting is scheduled from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the center of Elgin at 100 Symphony Way. Attendees will be able to review proposed projects, share feedback on priority routes, and offer recommendations that'll help shape the plan's next step. More than 150 surveyed responses received this summer and form the current list of candidate projects. Staff also conducted a technical review of sidewalk conditions and reviewed proximity to major destinations and high traffic routes. A new survey is now available, inviting residents to rank the proposed projects. The survey incorporates input gathered during the first round of public outreach, as well as findings from the ongoing technical review. Results will help guide staff in preparing recommendations for future accessibility improvements. The survey is open through Christmas and can be accessed on their website. That's www.surveyhero.com/lowercase/Elgin-ADA-projects. It's also available, along with additional project information, on the city's Engage Elgin site. Elgin's Accessible Streets and Sidewalks Plan launched in early 2025 to support long-term improvements that make public rights-of-way safer and more accessible. The project is funded by the Chicago Metropolitan Agency of Planning, and will help the city meet federal requirements under Title II of the Americans with Disability Act. This was posted by the city of Elgin. Thank you to Jeff Knox, Director of Communications and Engagement, for posting this and sending it out to the folks in Elgin. Posted 3 hours ago at 9:03 a.m., there is another Elgin press release. Elgin's Daddy-Daughter Dance returns in February 2026 with a magical night for families. The city of Elgin is pleased to announce the return of its annual Daddy-Daughter Dance, scheduled for February 6th and 7th, 2026, from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The event will be held in the Heritage Ballroom at the center of Elgin at 100 Symphony Way in Elgin. The Daddy-Daughter Dance is one of Elgin's most anticipated family traditions, offering children ages 2 to 17 and their chosen special person a joyful and meaningful evening together. This year's theme is inspired by Toy Story. Guests will step into a whimsical, immersive environment featuring music, dancing, interactive games, character appearances, and special toy giveaways. A full dinner is included for all attendees, and each guest will take home a dessert treat and a commemorative goodie bag. The event emphasizes an inclusive and welcoming environment for families of all kinds and is thoughtfully designed to support connection and create treasured memories. Attendees are encouraged to bring cameras, as numerous photo opportunities will be available throughout the evening. Ticket information. Tickets for the Daddy-Daughter Dance will go on sale Wednesday, December 10th at hemmons.org/tickets. Because the event routinely reaches capacity, early ticket purchases are strongly recommended. Event updates will be available on the City of Elgin's website at www.elginil.gov/DDD and their official social media channels. Learn more about the upcoming special events at elginil.gov/DCASE, and that's DCASE. And thank you to Heather Moore, marketing specialist of the City of Elgin, for posting this information. And thank you to the City of Elgin for always keeping everyone in tune on different events and things that are happening. And we here at WRMN also strive to do the same. Let's see what else is going on here locally in the Fox River Valley area. We've got some fun things planned for the upcoming weeks. Kane County Sheriff's Office recently posted, guess who's back, Kane County? Deputy Elfie McShelfie has officially returned from the North Pole. Apparently Santa needed a break, so he sent Deputy McShelfie to our busiest workshop, the Kane County Sheriff's Office. Each week, Deputy McShelfie will be popping up to spotlight a few favorites, including our hardworking divisions that keep KCSO running strong, the high-tech equipment, promise he probably won't press any buttons, the community-focused programs that make the Kane County Sheriff's Office, well, KCSO. So join them for that weekly adventures and holiday fun as Deputy McShelfie lends a helpful hand. With McShelfie back on the job, they're excited to keep serving Kane County. Very nice. Very cool. Some other things that are coming up here. Village of Lake in the Hills recently posted on their Facebook page, the winter/spring digital activity guide is now available. If you go to their website, it's recreation.lith for lakeinthehills.org. You can find it. You can browse and register for programs and events anytime, anywhere, also on any device. So what's great is the website does conform to your device settings. So it'll go into a mobile version, or maybe a desktop version, or maybe a tablet version. Just click on any program or event in the guide to access registration. They've got a lot of great special events that are coming up here too. So many exciting programs, and you don't want to miss out on what's coming up this season. So please feel free to check that out. There is a link that you can find if you go onto Facebook. It'll direct you into the Lake in the Hills website, and it's a 40-page article, or a 40-page, activity guide that you can find. I had to think of the correct words. So it's similar to Fox Valley Magazine. What's really cool about them too is they also do have links to videos directly in the pages if you go online. So directly inside some of the pages are actual video links that you can actually watch the video on the page. It's really great. So they have a whole list of things that are going on, of course, for the spring of next year, and of course also currently what's going to be happening now and what's happening now too. The McHenry County Sheriff's Office recently posted, last weekend's snowstorm kept our deputies busy. They responded to 121 weather-related incidents from late Friday night through till Sunday morning. Now, as winter continues, please slow down, check road conditions, and avoid unnecessary travel when visibility is low and roads are slick. Your safe choices make a meaningful difference for everyone on the road. Very important, of course, to keep that in tune and in mind with coming up next week with the ice and freezing rain that we're going to be getting. South Elgin and Countryside Fire Protection District recently posted they have their Christmas tree safety reminder. The holiday season is a time of joy, but it's also a peak time for home fires. Help keep your family and community safe with these simple Christmas tree safety tips. First, choose and place safely. Select a fresh tree with green formed needles, especially if you are having a real Christmas tree. Keep your tree at least 3 feet away from fireplaces, heaters, and vents. Use a sturdy stand to prevent tipping. Water daily. A dry Christmas tree can ignite in seconds. Check the water level every day and keep the stand full. And when it comes to lights, inspect all the light strands for damaged wires, loose bulbs, or cracked sockets. Never overload power strips. Turn off tree lights when you're leaving your home and also going to bed. And also, please avoid open flames. Keep candles, matches, and lighters away from the tree. Use flameless candles for a safer decorating option. And then after the season, dispose of the real tree promptly, then dry out quickly. They dry out quickly and become a fire hazard too. So there is a whole list of guidelines for tree recycling or pickup that you can find on their website. Just want to keep that in tune for folks out there as well. There was, I would say, probably it was maybe about 14, 15 years ago. I remember I think it was 7th or 8th grade. There was a bad house fire in our neighborhood. The house almost completely burned down, and it was because they had a real tree in their house that caught fire. So very important to just be mindful of those things, of course. If you need any help, there's always help that is out there too. So always good to do that. My grandma Isabel always had a real tree in her home. She watered it every day. She had a big living room, and so she had a space where it was away from a bunch of different lights and things. It was pretty safe. So again, enjoy those real trees. They're beautiful and they smell really nice too. Just be mindful, of course, of those potential hazards out there. Stay tuned for more. Up next, we have our Tradio segment. We'll be back with more here on Out to Lunch, WRMN.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Hot Hands. Authorities in Kane County are investigating a Batavia chiropractor accused of secretly filming patients, including minors, while nude or undressing. David Hansen, owner of Hansen Family Chiropractic, was arrested in November on multiple felony charges, including child pornography and unauthorized recording. Investigators say hidden cameras were placed in therapy rooms and more than 1,500 tips from potential victims have been received. Hansen remains in jail with his next court date set for January 8th, and officials are continuing to identify and reach out to possible victims. The TSA says starting February, air travelers without a real ID will face a $45 fee at security checkpoints. The upgraded ID has technically been required since May, but passengers had been given warnings until now. Homeland Security says 94% of travelers are already compliant and urges others to upgrade soon. In Geneva, drivers can expect continued lane closures along East State Street this week as AT&T and Nicor Gas relocate underground utilities ahead of a major reconstruction project set to start in spring 2026. AT&T is finishing work near Simpson Street before moving to ductwork between Route 25 and Chrissy Avenue, which will require an overnight eastbound closure. Nicor crews are also active east of Ridge and Briar Lane, shifting eastbound traffic north and reducing Route 38 to one lane each way. Additional westbound lane restrictions are in place as work continues. Officials say all schedules remain weather dependent. A major fire at Meadowdale Apartments in Carpentersville displaced 23 families over the weekend. The blaze, which broke out early Saturday, spread from the first floor to the roof, causing an estimated $2 million in damages. One person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene. The village set up a temporary shelter at the Public Works building, providing food, clothing, and essential supplies. Officials say donations have been strong, and the American Red Cross will hold an intake meeting today for families seeking long-term support. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Now there's a new way to take charge of your blood sugar. Introducing new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula from the makers of the nation's best-selling garlic supplement. New Garlic helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with clinically supported levels of garlic, plus a custom blend of vitamins and minerals. And it's odor-free. Take charge of your blood sugar with new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way.
the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. This afternoon, snow likely before noon, then a chance of snow and a slight chance of freezing drizzle. Cloudy with a high near 31. Gusty winds up to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 0. It feels like 14. Currently, it is 27 degrees and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN. Those flurries are getting a little bit thicker outside, as we are noticing. They're not falling faster. They're still nice and calm. But they are getting thicker in size. I can see it. I can see it with my eyes. Yes. It is beautiful to watch, of course, with it being very chilly outside. It's going to get chillier tomorrow. Very, very chilly indeed. However, it's going to finally get to be more sunshine. So if you have really been wanting to see and experience the sunshine, you say, you know what? I don't care. I can man the cold. All right. I'll put on multiple coats. I just want to see some sunshine tomorrow. That's coming up tomorrow on Thursday in the morning and throughout the afternoon. And then it does become a little bit cloudier in the evening and nighttime, but throughout the majority of the day tomorrow, it's supposed to be, at least predicted as of right now, very nice and sunny. But make sure to bundle up, of course. We are in our Tradio segment. If you are looking for something, if you've got something that's got to go, post it here on Tradio. Let us know. If it's got to go, post it on Tradio. This is the time to call into the studio number here. The phone lines are open. That's 847-931-1410. You've got that box of Christmas decorations that your grandma gave you. You don't know what to do with it. Maybe you want to sell it or pass it down to someone else to enjoy. This is the time to call in. Maybe you have a specific item in your attic or basement, crawl space, or closet that you do not need anymore. Or maybe you want to add some things to your collection. Maybe you're a collector of sorts. Maybe you collect certain pots and pans. Maybe you collect toy cars or trains, or maybe even, of course, watches, jewelry, right? A lot of different things that a lot of different collectors out there have. And of course, one man's treasure might be another man's, one man's trash might be another man's treasure, as they say. I was going to reverse it, and, one man's treasure might be another man's trash. Yeah, maybe. They wouldn't be interested. But if you are interested, of course, feel free to call in. That's 847-931-1410, or you can text us at 505-926-1410. If you have any pictures of any items, right? Maybe you have, I don't know, maybe you have a no button, right? This is the no button Tammy uses. No. Right? She likes using she likes using this button here. Maybe you have one of these and it's a limited edition. What you can do is you can send over pictures to our text line. You can, of course, have it at different angles. Show us the angles. all those things, dimensions, pricing, and more. And we'll make sure to get it here on Tradio. So that's 847-931-1410 for our main studio number. And then we also do have our text line, again, at 505-926-1410. Please feel free to reach out to us also if you have a specific event that's coming up very, very soon. So please let us know about that too, because there's lots of good things that are out there, and you want people to know what's going on. And it's a great way to do that now here on Tradio. I know I did receive a flyer here from David Tees. David Tees did send a flyer, and he sent this because this is coming up here too, so I will have this as a posting here on Tradio. Let me make sure I get the flyer up on the screen so I can show it to you folks out there. So this was recently published here, Somebody's Daughter, Enhancing Safety and Empowering Women. Now, we recently had, not too long ago, about a month ago, Gia Winkler was on the air with us talking about this organization, and there is going to be a self-defense workshop that's coming up. Now, Somebody's Daughter is a women-led safety initiative empowering women to look out for one another and create a safer, more respectful social space and spaces. Together, they promote solidarity, awareness, and action because every woman deserves support and security. So this is a defense workshop. It's coming up December 12th and the 13th, and it's going to be at 6 p.m., and their location is at the Elgin YWCA. Now, you can learn from expert instructors and participate in interactive sessions, and you can join them for a 2-day seminar led by industry experts, including Mr. Ortiz and also Chris Weichman as well. And they're designed to inspire and equip you with practical skills, experience hands-on activities that let you apply what you learn in real time. Now, these tickets are $50 each. They can be purchased at www.somebodiesdaughtersisloved.org. Now, I also do have here posted on the screen, I'll even zoom up much further so that you can get a real good look at it. There is a QR code that's currently on the screen right now if you're watching on YouTube. Don't try to pull it up if you're driving, of course, but it is on the screen. This will be posted later. You'll be able to go into this and click it and find it for yourself. But please feel free to check this out. It's a great way for you to prepare yourself. And again, check out more information on their website, somebodiesdaughterisloved.org, for more information. So please feel free to check that out. Thank you, David, for sending that, and Gia as well. We do have a caller on hold here. Let me make sure I get the date today. It is the 3rd of December. Getting almost to the end of the year into 2026. Let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello. I am moving, and I have an antique hutch, and it's very, very good for storage, and it's not in bad shape. And I have exercise equipment, and I have television stand, and I just want to give them away. So if anybody's interested, they can call me at 847-287-5687.
All right, perfect. We'll pass that message along. I appreciate you calling in today. Thank you.
Okay, and you just ask for Lorraine.
Ask for Lorraine. You got it, Lorraine. Thanks for calling in today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Of course. Bye-bye now. All right, we've got Lorraine, Tradio caller number 1 today. She is moving. Lorraine, I want to wish you the best of luck in your moving, and we hope that you can settle in nice and cozily too. She has an antique hutch for sale. Actually, she's looking to just get rid of it, really. She's got an antique hutch. It's great for storage. She also does have some exercise equipment, and she also does have a television stand as well, and she wants to just give them away. So if anyone is interested, please feel free to reach out to Lorraine today. That number to dial is 847-287-5687. That is, again, 847-287-5687. I'll repeat it again. This is Lorraine. She is moving, and she has an antique hutch. She has exercise equipment and also a television stand, and she wants to just give them away. If anyone's interested, again, that's Lorraine at 847-287-5687. Feel free to reach out to her, and we'll continue on to pass the message along throughout the next couple of weeks. We have Greg looking for bicycles. He called in yesterday. relisting some items and taking some items off. He is looking for vintage Omega watches, men's and women's watches, the diver style watches. You're going to get a good price on these, folks, I guarantee you, because he's a collector, not a dealer. He's also looking for old gas tether cars. He also is looking for old racing go-karts. Now, he does have some items for sale. He has a Lionel Pioneer Zephyr. It's 4 feet long in excellent condition. He has that $500 Hamilton Beach 3-head milkshake maker. Well, I'm sure it's worth more than $500, but he's asking $500 for it, which is a good deal because it also does come with the 3 cups, the nice metal cups. And then he also does have a Schwinn 312 or 312 Goose Island bicycle. It runs very good. It's $125. If anyone is interested, please feel free to reach out. You can feel free to reach out to him at 847-884-6033. That's 847-884-6033 is that number to dial. We have another Tradio caller here. Jackie is looking for an Avon representative in the area. If anyone knows of anyone, or maybe yourself, you're listening in and you're like, hey, right here, I'm an Avon representative, please feel free to reach out to Jackie. That's 847-347-0057 is that number to call. That's 847-347-0057. We have Jeff, of course, looking for trains, preferably cars, but any train memorabilia will also do. And if you want to reach out to him today, that's 630-251-2956. That's 630-251-2956. And finally, we have another Tradio caller in McHenry. He has that very nice RV fridge for sale. Originally paid $900 for it. He's looking to just sell it for $400. So that's a pretty good deal on that. That's over half off, really. It's like 55% maybe or so. It's a model 2554 LB. It's 110 volts, LP gas, AC DC. And then he also does have a set of 4 tires. They are 245 by 60 by 18. They are run flat tires. It'll take $200 for the set of 4. If you're interested, reach out to him. He's in McHenry. And that number to reach out to is 815-245-0670. So again, that's 815-245-0670. Again, like I always say, thank you everyone for tuning in today. It is always greatly appreciated. We're going to take a quick time out. It is 46 past the hour at the 12 o'clock segment. Stay tuned for more here on Out to Lunch. We will continue on and talk more about what's happening locally in the Fox River Valley area. We'll see if we maybe have some time to talk about some local performances that are coming up too. I know there's a couple other things that are going. Oh, I say a couple other things. There are a lot of different things that are going on. So stay tuned for that and more here on WRMN, and we'll be back with more in just a little bit.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
The only thing between you and your best self is the start button. This Cyber Monday, explore the world with Nordic Track. From the peaks of Peru to the streets of Paris, every workout moves you somewhere new with iFit trainers leading the way. The equipment's amazing, smooth, quiet, and those screens make it all feel real. Ready to start your next workout adventure with the #1 treadmill brand in the U.S.? Shop NordicTrack.com for Cyber Monday savings. Nordic Track. Train anywhere, explore everywhere.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
And welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch here on WRMN, the voice of the Valley, and the talk of the town, broadcasting live here from Studio 14, serving you, the Fox River Valley area. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today and being a part of the conversation with us, as always. We hope that you're enjoying this afternoon, kicking it off to the 1 o'clock hour pretty soon here. We've got What's Cooking Today with Michael Horn. That'll be coming up from 1 until 2 o'clock. Always some great things that are experienced and talked about during his show. On today's show, he's going to dive into wallet-friendly wine picks with Larry Libson and the Affordable Wine Report, exploring top wines under $20. Then Jennifer Jolly, I like that, shares the best tech gifts and deals to help you stay ahead of the holiday season. Plus, catch up on today's top stories, the unexpected health benefits of pumpkin, a Colorado woman preparing a gourmet Thanksgiving for squirrels, TSA's upcoming $45 fee for travelers without a real ID, the Grand Ole Opry's 100th anniversary celebrations, and Metallica's life-changing donations to trade school students. Check out more information at what'scookingtoday.com, or of course, stay tuned for the upcoming show. We have another caller on hold. We're still in our Tradio segment, so please feel free to call in. The phone lines are open. We'll take it to you, caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hello. I'm looking for a pre-emission testing truck with a standard cab or a two-door car. Please just leave a message for Paul. The number is 847-531-6383. And could you also tell me what hours Tradio is on?
Tradio is on Monday through Thursday, starting at 12:30.
Okay. Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday. You said you're looking for a free admission test, is that right?
No, pre-admission testing truck. You know, before they started testing for emissions.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. You have a great day.
All right, you too. Thanks again. Bye-bye now. All right, we've got Tradio caller number 2 for the day today on December 3rd. She is looking for a pre-admission testing truck. So a truck that was before pre-admission testing. If anyone is interested, please feel free to reach out to or ask for Paul. And that number to dial is 847-531-6383. That's 847-531-6383. Our Tradio segment is Monday through Thursday, starting at 12:30, going on until 1 o'clock. Let's see what are some fun things that are coming up here. Indeed, we have some really great things. I'm going to be a part of something coming up here. Save the date for the Elgin Police Department's annual winter open house. Dino and I are going to be out there on Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock. and that'll be going until 12. We're going to be out there taking pictures and some good videos, and possibly also doing some interviews as well too. So stay tuned for that. We'll get that all uploaded as well into the following week and have a nice video presented for you. And as of course, a big thank you to the Elgin Police Department and all you do for the community. So I am going to be out there coming up this Saturday. You can give me a wave if you want to come out there too. Dino and I will be out there at 151 Douglas Avenue in Elgin. It's going to be a great time. It's the Elgin Police Department's annual winter open house. Come meet different units from the police department. There's going to be yummy snacks, fun crafts, outfit and ornament contest, and also SWAT rides and a Santa Santa visit. So more details will be coming as well too. If you want to check out more information, keep in tune on their Facebook page. They have it posted. That was on this November 12th. They've got that posted on there. So please feel free to check that out. Absolutely. So very good. It's going to be a good time. Yes, Dean says he's very excited. I love it, Dean. I'm excited too. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. You know what? Because we're here to honor the police department, the community of Elgin, and it's going to be a really great time too. So you might see me out there probably in my Hallmark style of coat and scarf. So you'll see me. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. It's not about me though, but it'll be a good time. Also coming up here too, December 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. We'll also be out at Burlington's 3rd annual Holiday Magic on Main. We did have Mary Kay Wilson on the air today, and I want to say a big thank you to her. She got us these very beautiful, cute little ornaments here. Magic on Main Street, Village of Burlington, 2025. It's even got a nice QR code on the back too. So thank you to Mary Kay and the Village of Burlington for getting us these cute little ornaments. We will hang them proudly here in the studio in the station. But don't forget to check it out. That's coming up on December 6th, and that is Holiday Magic on Main. This is going to be a really great event to go to. Celebrate the season in the heart of Burlington at their Holiday Magic on Main Street celebration. This is taking place on Main Street between Water and Center Streets. Now, you can bring the whole family, enjoy festive activities, and includes live music, hot chocolate, and Grinch punch. I wonder how that is. Cookies and other sweet surprises, a complimentary commemorative ornament to take home. The highlights of the evening will include Santa's grand arrival at 4:15 p.m. on Burlington's fire truck, straight from the North Pole. To make our holiday tree even more special, they invite you to bring a shatterproof ornament to hang at the start of the event. That sounds like a great plan. I think I should definitely do that. If you like, free plastic ornaments are available at the Village Hall during regular business hours to decorate and share. So please feel free to check out more information. We'll keep you up to date with this too. We're going to be out there and it's going to be a great time. So lots of fun holiday events and specials that are coming up. Also coming up here too, this is on December 9th. There is a 75th anniversary radio station open house. We're also going to be there too. I'm excited. This is located inside 46 South Gifford Street in Elgin. You can enter through door 15. You can join them for a rare look inside U46 FM radio station, WEPS, to learn about the history, the impact, and current operations. And we at WRMN are also going to be joined in with that too. We're excited to be there and supporting them. And they are FM. They are 88.9 FM. Now, if you can go to their website and check out more information at u-46.org/WEPS. And that's coming up December 9th from 3:30 until 6 p.m. So that's also going to be a really great event to go to. And thank you again to Alec Barlow, who is the Senior Communications Specialist for a school district U46, for sending us that information and saying, hey, neighbor, want to come join us? And we said, absolutely, we definitely will. So lots of great things coming up this holiday season. I didn't have time to talk about the local theater performances, so I do apologize about that. We only have so much time here on Out to Lunch. I'll make sure to squeeze in some time during Thursday or Friday. We've got some great interviews lined up, of course, for tomorrow as well, which does include a performance at ECC with Jim Witter. So stay tuned for that too. Lots of good things coming up here. More local programming on WRMN is just around the corner. Stay tuned for more here on WRMN AM 1410. We hope you all enjoy the rest of your day today. We've got What's Cooking Today, Talk Time with Tammy and Friends from 2 to 4, a political talk show from 4 to 6, and from 6 to 8, Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. Or should I say Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer? I can't really yell like that with the big high pitch. I got to do it the lower one that he usually does. So, but it's still good nonetheless. Check it out. It'll be live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio and, of course, our AM 1410 dial. Stay tuned and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday.